Kibble here once again, and finally it's time to start X3. This is the most advanced of the original SNES games. It's been ported over to the PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and PC with upgraded graphics and cutscenes, but I'm playing the original. In the year 21XDX, all the Mavericks have been neutralized thanks to the efforts of a Reploid scientist named Dr. Doppler. At least they got the text right this time around. Using his neurocomputer, he has been able to suppress any abnormal behavior in the Reploids and prevent them from going berserk. Oh, that's nice. Many of the most advanced Reploids have gathered near their new mentor and founded Doppeltown, a perfect utopian community. It should be Dopplertown. Oh well. With Dr. Doppler guiding them, the world seemed ready to enter a new golden age. The end. Why is the music still all somber and evil? After a few months, everything was fine! Right? Right? The Mavericks, who were supposed to have been neutralized by the neurocomputer, suddenly appeared and began to riot. Aww. Darn it, this game has a plot. At Maverick Hunter headquarters, all the intelligence indicated that Dr. Doppler was the mastermind behind the invasion. Of course he was. We wouldn't have mentioned him in the beginning of the game if he wasn't. Soon, the call went out to X and Zero to destroy the invading Mavericks, and to bring Dr. Doppler to justice. Is it just me, or does X look bigger? Maverick Hunter X and Zero, dispatch! I think that's called foreshortening. A few hours later, emergency contact was made by the headquarters of Maverick Hunter. The headquarters of Maverick Hunter. That's terrible. This is the headquarters of Maverick Hunter. We are under attack from the Doppler force. All units, return to base immediately and return fire. They had such good English up till that point, too. Oh, that looks like it's my turn to go. Okay, game start. Such a long loading screen. This should have been on a cartridge. It doesn't really have to load. Oh well. Oh look, it's the opposing force. A bunch of Christmas-colored Beybladers. They seem to have a half-life of about 2 seconds on screen. Now, if only I could jump that high in the actual game, that would be nice. And shoot downwards, then I could just, like, leap over enemies. X, I'll clear out the enemies out here. You go ahead and deal with the ones inside. Okay, Zero, but only if you kill every single enemy outside, including the boss. Too much to ask? Oh well. This is a noter banger. He can shoot in multiple directions, and he kind of looks like a Crazy Cannon or the Shot Man from Mega Man 2. That down there is called a Caterkiller. You pretty much want to just wait for this one, and then ignore it. While they're charging off their little blasts, they are semi-invulnerable. Also note you can destroy the Notor Banger's explosion cannon balls. Mac, where have you been? Nothing possibly could go wrong now, right? No, never mind. That was wrong. You're far too trusting, X. I'm now a member of Doppler's army. You'll make a fine addition to our forces once you've been shown the true destiny of the Reploid race. I don't know why, but this guy just strikes me as being, like, Western in some way. Maybe it's design, maybe it's the name, I don't know. Either way, X has now been captured, and we're going to die, right? Oh, nope, never mind. We've still got Zero. This marks the first game you can actually play as Zero. His abilities are few and far between, but he does have a very powerful buster. This is called the Earth Commander, and I'd like to show what happens if you shoot at the propeller. The little flare will come out of its body and attack things. That there was a headgunner customer. It's the custom version of the headgunner, and it's got guns on its shoulders instead of just missiles. There's also the mass-produced version, which does not have shoulder cannons, it just has missiles. Here you want to hang left, and then go right, and then left. And, well, you get the idea. Simply keep alternating pathways, and you'll avoid the Ganseki carrier's spike balls. Now to show you what Zero can really do. He can charge up 3 levels, and on the 3rd level, he can shoot off 2 charge shots, and then his Z-Saber. We're going to be needing this. It's actually the method you're supposed to kill the next enemy by. I've tried this guy no damage, buster only. You'll see that later. Simply saber him, and then open fire with the regular buster. He's actually weak to the saber, so it's pretty nice. And then... oh, come on. Any sort of shot will take out the little carrier above X. I always used to hit it with the Z-Saber, but it really doesn't matter. Are you okay, X? Thanks, Zero. I'm okay. I'll check around headquarters again. Be on your guard, X. Well, it should be fine. I mean, you said you killed everyone outside, right? Right, Zero? Right? No, of course not. There is a boss. His name is Mao the Giant. And he likes to start out by killing you. I'm not even kidding. You have to have exquisite timing and dash immediately the moment this fight starts. Okay, good, he missed. Now for this, you need pretty good timing. What I prefer to do is jump the moment he starts heading downwards. And also, timing when it comes to his spike balls. Jump. 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 That way you can kind of lead his shots. It's not perfect, but it does work. Leading his shots also... Alright, yes. Leading his shots also applies to his multiple attacks. The moment his spike ball is going up, you want to jump, just in case he launches another one at you. And his pieces are falling everywhere. The Mega Man knowledge base says he's actually weak to the Z-Saber, but I'm not sure if you can actually fight him with Zero, so I don't know what the point of that is. Looks like we've swept up most of the enemies, are out of here. Swept most of the enemies out of here. Okay. I'll go back and check on headquarters. Call me if you need me. See you later, X. We're at headquarters. Why did you teleport? Oh, whatever. So yeah, like I said earlier, Mac is inhumane to fight Buster only. I mean it. There is a take of me actually fighting him. You'll see that in the extras. Yes, there are actually extras for an intro stage. And for an intro stage, this was actually kind of hard, so enjoy some outtakes. Take 325. That's divisible by 45. Yeah, it's actually not, but you know what? I didn't really care at this point. I wasn't paying attention to my math skills very much. I was paying attention to how badly I was being pummeled by this jerk. More on him in the difficulty analysis. Yes! Yes. Yes! Yes. Yes! Yes. Yes! Yes. Okay, take 325. It took me 325 tries to kill this guy. Yeah. That is why he wasn't in the actual run. That is why I opted to use the saber. Oh my god. Oh god, I can finally rest. Oh man. And on to the outtakes. Now, one thing different about X3 is that dash shots no longer do double damage. Blobby orbs of energy will come back to him, and they also will protect him while they're connected to his... I rammed into a blast of energy, didn't I? Also note, you can destroy the Noterbanger's blasts. Or get hit by them. Destroying them with your face works too, though. First thing you want to do is dash immediately the moment you have the ability to. And that's why. Because you can end your run the very beginning of this fight. Ah! So you can dodge them. Please die. No, you jerk! You had one hit left! Nice eyes. And immediately, you get hit. Yeah, that happens a lot. Need a lot of timing for this fight. Jump the moment his little lighted area starts heading downwards, and you'll avoid his attack perfectly. Most of the time, anyway. That was stupid. I forgot that thing came back. For an intro stage, this is actually a pretty tricky fight. For this, there will be two analyses. One with Mac, one without Mac. Without Mac, the stage is actually pretty easy. The 4 out of 10 is for Mao the Giant. He likes to smash you the moment this fight starts, and he has a tendency to strike you just after that, even if you dodge. Once you get into position in the corner, it's a matter of strict timing. Learn and memorize his timing well, you'll have a much better chance. Of course, that's a lot easier said than done. If your timing is off by just a few frames, he'll be sure to smash you good. Ironically, I had almost as good of a luck fighting him with no regard to timing, simply standing in the center and dashing around, firing as many shots at him as possible. The intro stage bosses are some of the only times that a dash shot will actually do extra damage, so it's an effective technique, but it's not perfect. If you have the timing right, it's a lot better to use that instead. And now for max difficulty. You know what? I'm not even counting the stage or Mao for this, just the Mac fight itself, that small 30-second block. Let's put it up on the board. 6 out of 10? No, that's way too low. Keep going. That's still a little bit low. Keep going up. I'm not seeing it. Little higher. That's close enough. Oh man, this guy is probably the hardest boss I've ever fought. He's got very fast attacks, which require inhuman timing, and he has no pattern. Some of his attacks, they aren't even possible to dodge in the beginning. He took me 325 attempts to beat him. That is not counting practice runs. I'd estimate about 500 if you included those. For reference, the previous hardest boss ever took 128. So yeah. Mac is not designed to be fought, no damage, buster only. He's weak to the Z-Saber. You should kill him with the Z-Saber, even if you're trying a perfect run. He has no pattern, but he does have 4 attacks, and I can do my best to explain them. First, he launches a purple orb at you. To avoid it, you need extreme reaction time. Jump out of the way as quickly as possible. After this, he'll hold his buster in the air for a moment, and then launch a huge spread shot at you, which you can only really avoid if he's across the room from you all the way. If he uses that at the beginning of the fight, you're screwed. If he is across the screen, you dash into the wall and then dash towards him, jumping over his shots. Once you jump over the last shot, go back for a moment so you don't bash straight into Mac. And it's a lot easier said than done. Hence why I needed so many practice runs. His third attack, he jumps into the air and then fires a very small spread shot burst at you. This is the only predictable attack. Avoiding it involves simply jumping or dashing out of the way. You still need good timing, but it's not as bad as the first two. And finally, his last attack, he jumps at you. This is not really an attack, and it's really no problem to avoid so long as you're on the ground and not ramming into him. Overall, though, the fight is extremely painful, and I am glad it's over. Just one last barricade I had to get over before I could really fight X3, because now it's time for the Mavericks, and that will be enjoyable. And I hope you enjoy it. This is Kevel, signing off. Ciao!